I think there are a lot of interesting opinions when it comes to the Pakistani commercial snack industry. Like, you have a lot of different Instagram pages making parodies. First ones that come to mind, Dijink, Tough Tough, and there are other Instagram pages also that are even improving the current designs of some snack labels and stuff, because Pakistani snacks are great, and they're so great that a lot of our original snacks, be it chili milli, kokomo, all these snacks, like, they've stuck around for so long and they've never really needed to change. That's to maybe, actually increase the prices and decrease the actual snack content. It's never really needed to change. I was driving home the other day from the gym and I saw this billboard in Gulberg for this new Candyland bubblegum called Bubble Pop. I grew up loving eating bubblegum as a kid, from Hubba Bubba to Ding Dong to there were these tattoo wali gums also, to like xylitol salic gum thi. I saw this billboard by Candyland of this new product that they had just dropped. It's a bubble gum called Bubble Pop basically. Lambi si hai, it kind of looks like Laffy Taffy. I don't know if it was called Laffy Taffy, but a candy thi, it was kind of like Taffy. I remember because wo school ke time pe na, like, a lot of kids would just buy it, like, बहुत ज़्यादा 5-10 रुपए की होती थी, and people would just buy it a lot and just hoard it. The thing is that as much as I love the snacks and everything that Candyland has, the iconic commercials with the Fanty Dolphin. I just found that the packaging, or at least the branding for this particular bubblegum bothered me a lot, because we're in 2024 and we're at a time where, there is a lot going on in terms of design. At first I was like, oh man, what is that? It looks so bad. But then I thought, hey man, instead of complaining about it, why don't I give my take on it, right? Because the reason we buy a lot of imported products is because they look better. It is a flex, right, to buy imported products. But to buy local does so much in terms of A, helping that brand improve the local product, B, improving the local economy, and C, आपको local ज़रा affordable products मिल जाते हैं. So why not take a product from now and kind of rebrand it in a way like we use it as a compliment. The product should look like it's not a Pakistani product, and we say that as a compliment, but that's kind of like a slap in the face, right? So anyway, I went ahead and I studied original design that they had, and looking at it, I understand that they used, काफी contrasting colors and popular colors with kids, which is like blue, pink, yellow, white. But I feel like there's such a missed opportunity for this to be like, like a bubblegum pink, right? You're using pink in the branding for bubblegum. Why not use bubblegum pink? And that kind of lowers the contrast of the whole thing also, right? So because I think the colors are so saturated and pushed everywhere, it kind of decreases the actual power and the actual effect that each color from the palette has. The first thing was actually figuring out the typeface, because I think the font could be much, much better. This is probably like a font I've seen a lot. It's a free typeface. I think it can be much, much better. I think the way that the pop is displayed in Bubble Pop can be much better also. There's just something about the way the actual bubble of the bubble gum is coming out of one pea and it's overlapping the other. It kind of ruins any sort of symmetry that this has as a logo, right? Because each candy is also a sub-brand in itself. You actually expand on that sub-brand of candy without giving it a solid branding base to begin with, right? So firstly, what I did is I basically went online and I looked at a few typefaces. I saw a lot of them. Then I found this one typeface called Bubble Bobble, and it's a free typeface I downloaded online. It kind of gives this effect of everything being either made of bubblegum or either made of the same material as balloon animals. So I went ahead and I grabbed that. After kind of lining it up and giving it that base with, bubble pop, right? Now came the thing for the pop, right? At first I thought, let me just make an O that's exploding. But then also there are a lot of smaller moving elements, right? If they decide that they want to expand on bubble pop ever, you want to do a bubble pop flavored ice cream or something, anything, right? You want it to be recognizable. The pop kind of reminded me of like a comic book bubble. So I kind of went for that. I gave it those jagged edges that can be placed anywhere and can be seen for anyone to understand. They have a kiosk anywhere, they'll see it. You see a billboard, you'll see it. Even if it's not in their brand colors, you'll see the pop and you'll know immediately what it is, right? Because that's how you simplify the symbol of a brand or a product to make it easier for people to remember. So this is kind of what comes out of the branding, right? White was already a part of their palette, but it had been minimized. The benefit of using it like this is it's much more vibrant and seems to have a much more positive tone, right? Because the base color behind it is a light color, which allows the other colors to also kind of stand out more because they're used a bit sparingly. If I had kept the blue and pink background with the blue and pink text, the blue and pink text would have never stood out at all. And the benefit of this is that in the pop, you're able to use the yellow in such a way that the pop, the O, where the O is supposed to be, that also stands out much, much more. It kind of gives it a more clean, sleek look, and suddenly this seems more expensive than that. And this seems like it's a higher brand quality than that. And a lot of times this happens when you're in the supermarket, you're looking at something in the aisles and you look at the packaging. We often say don't judge a book by its cover, but that's all we do when we look at products, right? We look at them, we look at pictures. You're online shopping, you look at all the pictures they have of the product. You grab something off a shelf, you don't directly put it in your trolley. You pick it up and you flip it over and you look at the packaging, right? So it has to kind of play into the psychology of your consumers, right? So if you're gonna make another bubblegum in an already saturated candy market, why not make it stand out and appeal to more people? Make it so nice, I put it in a gift basket when giving it to a friend, right? So after this, we moved on to the next part, which is honestly always my favorite part in projects. It's to actually create mock-ups, because you're able to see how something that you've created in a digital format for a screen might actually look in real life. And it's just super fun to picture and visualize. So first things first, the actual product. I couldn't find packaging for the actual cylinder and I did not want to buy a paid mock-up. So I got these instead, and I think they still got the job done. The idea again is to use pink and blue sparingly while keeping that white base. Again, this candy now looks better than that candy. Next came actual party packs of the candy. I don't know if the candy they have right now has party packs, but I know that when a candy is good, you want to buy more of it, so I went ahead and created that also. You're actually displaying the product on it, you're saying it's a party pack, and you can use a different typeface for that, that's fine. But your main branding should always stay the same, in a sense that if I'm at the grocery store and I walk past these in an aisle, I can tell that these are all from the same product line. And lastly, my favorite thing was actually creating the mock-up for the billboard. So on the billboard, they want to point out that this bubblegum, this candy, actually has a surprise tattoo inside. So I went ahead and continued with the current brand identity that had been made through the packaging, which is again white background, bubble pop. It says Candyland on the top in black. It stands out much more also. The actual product is being displayed and it doesn't look overcrowded. And then you can even add a surprise tattoo inside message below. And it includes all the colors and there's enough space on it so it doesn't look crowded and it's pleasing to the eyes. So again, this looks better than this in my opinion, because it seems like a brand that's more well thought out. And this is no disrespect to brands like Candyland or their creatives. I just think that there's so much that can be done when it comes to the Pakistani snack industry, especially because we've worked with brands like Noms and there's so much to explore within their universes. I'm going to talk about Noms in another video with Arib as well, but there's so much to explore and there's so much untapped stuff that we shouldn't always go for the first idea that comes to our mind, right? If you think I could have done this better, or if you think that I shouldn't have even touched the branding and I should have left it as it is, let me know. I want to hear other creatives' opinions on this. I want to hear what they would do better. And if you want to rebrand a snack you see or a billboard you see, do it. It's fun to roast them online and make fun of them, but it's even more fun to actually make something better. Because who knows, you might even create a ripple effect and improve that brand in some way. I hope Candyland isn't mad when they see this.